Frigidaire. It means the first electric refrigerator. The first compact electric range. Now, there's the Frigidaire Gallery Range with Symmetry double ovens. It's designed to cook multiple dishes at multiple temperatures, so you can prepare the entire meal at the same time. Frigidaire, over 90 years of legendary innovation.
See the full line of Frigidaire appliances at Ventura TV Electronics and Appliances.
Hi, I'm John Malice, and welcome to this edition of Connect with Me on the showroom floor at Ventura TV on this Wednesday morning. It's Arts and Culture. We have two singers in the house, and I, my friends, am not one of them. You do not want to hear me sing. 436 MeTV option 11 is the number. If you call in, please turn down the sound on your TV set. Our special show here with two professional singers. Back in a moment. It is Arts and Culture Day. Now, if you thought I was going to sing today, you've got another thought coming, my friends, okay? I mean, I don't even want to hear myself sing in the shower, okay? I don't even like the sound of that. You do not want to hear me even go, me, 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 me. How does that sound? Good? Me, 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 me?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Okay, well, today's guest is a singer, and she's been around the circuit, around the Central Valley for many, many moons. She started singing way back in 1968. She moved to Fresno in 1972 with her husband, and she played around the Central Valley to various lounges and clubs and this and that. But it was kind of a different story back then. We'll get into all that when we talk to our guest today. But my friends, I'd like to introduce one of two guests today, a singer who's been around a long time, well, only about 6 months or so, because we all know she's only about 18, 19 years old. Anyway, our singer today, at least one of them, is Debbie Devlin. She's been around the Central Valley singing for many years. She is right here, and she is going to be singing for you, your family, and your friends. Right, Debbie?
Right.
Let's have at it.
There's no business like show business, like no Fresno business, I know. So let's get on with the show.
Remember me?
After practicing law, Raymond Berg fought crime.
You have the right to an attorney.
As a hard-boiled detective on wheels,
Ain't it the truth?
his name is Ironside.
Perhaps you wouldn't mind saying it again.
His name is Ironside.
All right, now you've said it.
Nothing slows him down.
I want to see this one firsthand.
Now on MeTV Fresno, Xfinity 187.
Now, what are we waiting for?
Back here on the show, kind of a first today. We've got two singers in the house that will be singing for you and your viewing and listening pleasure. So sit back in your easy chair and relax and have a good time today. If you want to call in, hey, call in. Ask a question or two about the music scene here in the Fresno area, maybe the Tower District if you like the Tower District, if you like the scene over there, or the clubs. But you know, it was a lot different back in the 70s, the 80s, and even as late as the 90s. I'm talking about the club scene here in the city of Fresno for local singers to go around and try to make at least a decent living or make, you know, what you would call a decent paycheck. Anyway, Debbie Devlin is here, my guest.
How are
And
you?
am I accurate about that?
Yes, you
the
are.
music scene has changed so much. Because why?
Well, basically because of the drunk driving laws that came into effect.
How does that figure into it?
What happened is we used to have throngs and throngs of people coming out to the nightclubs and enjoying our music.
I can just envision a smoke-filled club.
And that's what it
Everybody was
was.
smoking cigarettes, cigars, pipes, whatever the case may be, and maybe something else, who knows. But we don't want to get into that.
Right.
But And now, people weren't so much worried about DUIs back then, right?
No, absolutely not. And now, as you all know, it's scary. It not only costs you a fortune, but it's a no-no on your record. And
how has that changed the music scene in Fresno in the Central Valley?
Mostly because a lot of people don't want to go out and drink. And that's what dinner houses and clubs make their money on.
And you can't smoke in these clubs anymore.
No, you can't. So a lot of people have opted to stay home and drink and smoke in their own homes. So it has dwindled the population, I would say, of the band goers.
Yeah.
The other thing that has changed in Fresno is that I think the pace has been diminished somewhat because there's so many patrons before, and now there isn't. So of course the dinner houses and the clubs can't keep up with the pay. So the pay is actually lower now than
it's lower than it was in the 70s.
Than it was in the 70s for
right. And back then you could sign maybe a deal with the club like Pardini's or something like that and be on for like 2 or 3 years.
Right.
Now it's not like that. If you get a gig, it's like for one night, maybe 2 nights, 3 nights, or maybe the weekend.
Right.
You're done. You're done. Why? Why is that?
I don't know why. I just know that nobody seems to have a permanent gig. Very few people, let's put it that way, seems to have a permanent gig anymore because the club owners maybe don't want them to. I don't know what that is, but I used to work.
But has the market been flooded with so many entertainers too that there's too much to choose from because they don't want to sign a deal with, say, a Debbie Devlin because they want to feature maybe 10 different people or groups
well, maybe
throughout the course of the year?
Well, maybe at AppCal, the wineries are now getting into the business of having their bands, various bands like Max DeVivo's Foreigner at AppCal or at Engelman Cellars. They go outside and they do this now. It's amazing. And say Pam Henry and the Big Boss Band or 51 Aces.
Yeah.
All these big bands are now finding outside venues to work in.
Right.
Also, they do inside venues.
Hey, we've got a call coming in. I do believe it's for you, my dear. Would you like to take it?
Well, sure.
Okay. You look lovely, my dear. I might
Thank
say.
you.
All right. Good morning. You're on Connect with Me. How can I help you?
Good morning. Got a pretty lady on there as a guest this morning. Hey, that's great. My question is the local music scene. Not a whole lot of music, danceable music to be had. I'm hoping that your guest sings the kind of music that you can shake a leg to. Is that the case?
Well, if you've got some shaky legs, we can sure get them going.
No, but I guess your question is what? The scene has changed?
Yeah, it's hard to find danceable music out there for, let's see, post-baby boomers or late baby boomers. And there's a lot of course, music and bands and live music for, let's say, the 20 and 30-year-olds, but getting into the late 30s, 40s, etc. Hard to find danceable, satisfactory melodies out there.
Would you agree with that?
Well, I agree with that, and that's the reason I'm getting back into the music business here very soon, so that you can be able to dance to good quality music, as you say, from the baby boomer area and
is it because
down.
of rap and all the other stuff?
Not
that
really. It's just that we are used to really good music. The baby boomers, the ones that.
But see, your era and my era, we're talking about like John Travolta, Saturday Night Fever.
Well, we can hear hear the lyrics.
The Bee Gees, or who you make up a group.
Frank
I don't care.
Sinatra.
Frank Sinatra. Okay, that was before my time.
Well, that's my time. So, anyway, I will be getting back into the business very soon. At the moment, I take care of my dad, who's had a stroke. So we will be getting back in for you.
Right. Well, listen, one of my favorite singers, and I had a chance to meet him one time in New York City, Elton John.
Ooh.
Just loved him. Oh, I just love his music. But You are about to sing a couple of songs for us, right?
Yes.
All right. The stage is yours.
Yes, all right.
You go ahead and just do your thing there, Debbie. We're going to check in with Debbie Devlin right now. She is going to perform a song, and I'm not sure what she's going to sing, but you know what? We'll just have to wait and find out what her version of this song is going to be. It's Debbie Devlin from the studios of Connect With Me. Okay, Debbie, take it away.
Patsy Cline tune called Crazy. Crazy, crazy for feeling so lonely. I'm crazy, crazy for feeling so blue. I knew you'd love me as long as you wanted. Then you'd leave me for somebody new. Worried, why do I let myself worry? Wondering what in the world did I do? What did I do to you? I'm crazy for thinking that my love could hold you. Crazy for trying, and I'm crazy for loving you. I'm crazy, crazy for feeling so lonely. I'm crazy for crying and crazy for trying, and I'm crazy for loving you. Oh, baby, I'm crazy.
When you're looking for KitchenAid innovation and quality, who has the answers, the selection, the price? Ventura TV Appliance. With billions in nationwide appliance buying power, more than Home Depot and Best Buy combined, will help you save. Our low prices on Energy Star qualified KitchenAid appliances save you energy and money, and pay no interest on select models when paid in full within 12 months. Ventura TV Appliance, serving you since 1951.
Now, why don't you tell us the whole story right from the beginning? All right, from the beginning. This is the city, Los Angeles, California. My name's Friday. I carry a badge. Police officers.
You any idea who the other man was?
My partner's Bill Gannon.
Program?
We got just one big question.
Yeah.
When?
Now on MeTV Fresno, Xfinity 187.
Back here on Connect With Me, it's Arts and Culture Day here, of course. We've got a couple of singers in the house, and we just got through listening to Debbie Devlin. She's been a singer around these parts for many, many years, since the 70s, and actually since 1972, but now she's taking care of her 95-year-old father, but she's going to get back into the music scene. And we have another singer who is a friend of Debbie's, who's been singing for a while too, not quite as long, but she is here now. Her name is Cherie and Perrin. Hi, Cherie. How are you? Good to see you. How are you? How long have you been singing?
About 5 years.
Okay, so not quite as long as Debbie.
Not as long as Debbie, no.
So how'd you break in? How'd you start singing? In the shower or no?
It was practically like that.
Really?
Actually.
How did you find out you had the voice and the wherewithal to be a singer?
Well, actually my father had passed away and I was kind of depressed and I was sitting in front of YouTube. And one day I thought, I've tried every other art form I think known to man. I started out as a dancer. I was a ballet dancer for many years. I was a ballroom dancer. I've painted.
Yeah, I was going to say you were a dancer too. You kind of took up ballroom dancing.
I did.
So
I did that later.
Yeah, later in life. But so what kind of music do you sing? What songs do you sing?
Mostly pop music. I think I like ballads a lot.
Okay.
But since I'm so early in this, I try all different kinds of things. I even took some lessons at Fresno State in the opera department there.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm probably a little too late to take up opera because it would be hard to learn the languages at this point and be able to sing in Italian.
You have to have a different, I don't know, a different thing to do opera. I mean, you've got to have those certain the right vocal cords, the right voice, the right everything, right?
It is. It's a very different style, and because I was so enthusiastic in the beginning, trying pretty much everything I could think of, it kind of messed me up for pop music when I was trying to go back and forth. So I decided at one point that I would stop the opera pursuit and just try everyday radio music.
Right. Okay. Now, your claim to fame has been being the backup singer to Stevie Nicks, a Stevie Nicks band, right? That's kind of an offshoot of the
Yes, it's a tribute band.
It's a tribute band to Stevie Nicks, right? So what does that mean?
Well, this band was created by Marie Wilson. It's called Stealing Nicks, and Marie and I...
Look up on the monitor right there.
Oh,
you can see it.
Yeah. That is. That's Marie and I.
Yeah.
She created it a few years ago. I met Marie at the Elbow Room. She was singing there, and I just walked up and introduced myself and told her that I was taking some lessons, and she and I became friends.
Mm-hmm.
She started coming over to my house and helping me learn to sing a little bit better.
Now, what year was this?
It's been about 3 years, maybe 3.5 years.
Okay, so 3.5 years. Wow, it happened that quickly.
It did. After about 6 months, she said, "Cherie, I'm creating a tribute band, and I'd like you to consider being my backup singer." So I was pretty excited about that.
Did you almost faint?
I did. I did. I was scared.
Okay, so are you singing now out and about somewhere in the Central Valley?
Well, I'm singing in Stealing Nicks.
Okay, you're singing now. You're doing that now.
Yes.
Okay, and where do you perform?
Well, we've performed at Apcal Winery. We performed down at the Tower Theater.
Okay.
And we have several gigs coming up. I'm not sure if I can. I know we're going to be out at Apcal again. We'll probably go out of town soon because a tribute band, since we only sing Stevie Nicks music, we want to take this on the road a bit. So,
but you're going to be featured here in the Central Valley as well.
We will. Actually, our band had a few changes in it, and we've started rehearsals again. So
where do you rehearse?
We rehearse wherever we can find a nice studio.
Okay.
We've rehearsed in several different places.
Now you're here to sing, just like Debbie, and we want to give our audience a taste of what you can do behind the mic with your singing voice. What are you going to be singing for us now?
Well, I thought about it over Christmas.
What song?
I'm going to sing "May It Be." It was from the Lord of the Rings music. Enya originally sang this for the Lord of the Rings movie.
Okay. So, May It Be. Go ahead and stand up, and you can get behind the mic there. And so, this is Cherie Ann Perrin, and she is going to sing now, May It Be. And here she is. Go ahead and take it away.
shadows call will fly away. It be you journey on to light the day. The night is overcome. You may rise to find the sun.
This is Adam 12. It stars Martin Milner as Officer Pete Malloy, Kent McCord as Officer Jim Reed.
1 Adam 12, roger.
This black and white patrol car has an overhead valve V8 engine. It develops 325 horsepower at 4,800 RPMs. It accelerates from 0 to 60 in 7 seconds. It has a top speed of 120 miles an hour. The automobile has 2 shotgun racks, one attached to the bottom portion of the front seat, one in the vehicle trunk.
You want me to drive?
Now on MeTV Fresno, Xfinity 187.
When you're looking for Whirlpool innovation and quality, who has the answers, the selection, the price? Ventura TV Appliance. With billions in nationwide appliance buying power, more than Home Depot and Best Buy combined, we'll help you save. Our low prices on Energy Star qualified Whirlpool appliances save you energy and money and pay no interest on select models when paid in full within 12 months. Ventura TV Appliance, serving you since 1951.
Back here on the show and connect with me on MeTV Fresno. Kind of a different show today. Got a couple of singers, of course, in the house, and you just got through listening to Cherie and Perrin. She is the backup for Stevie Nicks band, of course, here in Fresno. They're going to start performing not only here in the Central Valley, but certainly outside the valley as well. Right now they are in rehearsals, and we're back here with Debbie Devlin. And I want to get just a little history on you. Now, you know, Cherie hasn't been singing as long as you, only about 5 years.
Right.
I forgot to ask her. I bet she wished she had started much earlier because she's got a terrific voice, just outstanding as you do too here. But I want to get into your background just a little bit. Way back in the day, okay, as they like to say, you played at Carmen's for a couple of years.
Right.
I'm not familiar with that place because I'm not from Fresno.
Yeah,
but
that was on Blackstone. I started at the lounge, walked in, sang a couple songs with the band in '72, and the owner hired me instantly. He said, "You're going to be working here."
And the Sky Room at the top of the Hilton for 3 years.
Yes.
All right. Breakers for 3 years, and then Pardini's.
Yes, for 3 years. So
Right.
we always had long-term gigs, which was really nice. We didn't have to set up things.
There's a photo of you up here with.
That was with Freddie Manton, Bob Gilly, and Doug Holstein, and myself, Debbie Devlin.
Yeah, pretty amazing. How long ago was that? When was that shot taken?
Probably 1978.
Wow, that's amazing. So, you know, I'd like to have you and Cherie back, but we only have so much time. It's only a half-hour show. We do have a call, but, well, okay, we'll take it real quick. Good morning. You're on Connect with me. It's got to be super, super duper quick, though. Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, John Walls. I'm calling about your two guests.
Yes, go ahead, quickly.
They have real nice voices. I'm here watching your show. They got real sweet voices. So tell them to keep up the good work.
Thank you. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Thank you very much for the call. we all knew that. You got a beautiful voice. You're both very talented. There's no question about it.
Thank you.
You're going to close our show out today with a song called what?
One in a Million.
Well, you are one in the million.
Well, hopefully. Thank you, John.
All right, thank you. And
All
you
right.
go ahead and close out our show
All
now.
right, I
Connect
sure
with
will.
me on this Wednesday morning. It was Arts and Culture Day, and so now we're going to introduce you once again to Debbie Devlin, One in a Million. And remember, you're one in a million out there too. Go ahead, Debbie, take it away.
Love had played its games on me so long, I started to believe I'd never find anyone. Doubt had convinced me to give in. Said, Debbie, you can't win. But one day the sun, it came a-shining through. The rain had stopped and the skies were blue. And oh, what a revelation to me. Someone was saying, I love you to me. I one in a million, chance of a lifetime, and life, it showed compassion and sent to me a stroke of luck called you. Oh, one in a million, a one in a million you. I was a lonely girl with empty arms to fill.
Just about every morning, in just about every city and town across this great land, there are those who head to work early and get home late. They're the independent dealers of North America. Their priorities come from Main Street, not Wall Street. They work in showrooms and warehouses, not glass buildings or ivory towers. Their customers have names, not numbers, and their family's name might even be on the building. Their independence. They provide jobs, invest in their communities, pay taxes, and serve their neighbors. Their independence. With hard work, good judgment, and a little help from above, they're able to carve a living out of a storefront, some inventory, and their most valuable assets, their customers. Their independence. There was a time not that long ago when the MBAs, the consultants, and even a few suppliers had written them off. Surely the corporate giants with their massive resources and billions in sales would snuff out the independent flame. But those guys don't make the rules. Customers do. Now it's becoming clear. There's a change in the air. A realization that customers are demanding more. Who can deliver quality? Where did service and advice go? What happened to trust? Well, it's been right here all along. In every delivery and every handshake at each of the thousands of independent dealers of the Nationwide Marketing Group and its divisions. Working together to buy better, sell smarter, and compete tougher. So think outside the big box. Think independent and save.
Since 1951, Ventura TV Appliance Center. We're working hard to be your place.